Well, there is a lot of people going in and out on Sunday and Saturday as well. It's a weekend. Obviously, it's gonna be busy. And hello, good morning, good evening, good day, good everything for everybody. You still cannot see me, and that's fine. Lower the music. There we go. Be fine. So, where did we left off? Chapter 64, is it? I guess so. Yeah, this is where we left off. Star got her night stalkers. Everybody got their poison. Wait, they are making radioactive weaponry, right? If I'm correct, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it has been a week since I read anything, and my week was terrible, so I didn't really do anything this week. But hey, I am back. You are back. Everyone is here. Is it? Start selling new pets, and now Hop's done. You will find out. Past power. It can mean either for sprint or harp, or both. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of sneak peek in the past as well, huh? Oh yeah, I should close this. There's an open thing that I need to close. Let me just... There we go. Are we ready to start? So, what kind of music do we need? I don't know. We will find out. This is just the intro right here. My throat is not perfect, as I said in this quote. I should be able to handle it. We will see when I start the stupid voices. How about it is? So let's just simply start. Follow the Equestria Desperados, Chapter 64, Pass to Power, Part 1. Suspense? I don't know if I have that one right now, but we will see. Hopman told me that being a leader was more than just making the right decisions at the right time, but also making the wrong decisions at the wrong time. So long as you were the one making the decisions, you were the leader. Nobody follows a leader that is filled with indecision. Unfortunately for her, this meant to hold life and death over other ponies, being the judge, jury, and the executioner. Really, Judge Dredd? having guessed her if she regrets some of the choices she had made. She simply told me that she would have regretted whatever choice she had made, simply because rarely ever her opinion was fair. I have seen far a lot of leaders in my time, and the truly great ones were rarely good people. They simply pushed against the odds and survived. Well, we were able to follow the maps Starship made and found the Earth Tunnel, but all those test boxes we recovered are all damaged like Star said. You think they are still... Oh. That's not Harp. You think they are still useful, Miss Harp? Pilfer. Oh, it's Pilfer. I don't remember his voice. Pilfer asked me, His eyes, every now and then, looked at the invisible shimmer on top of the overman's desk I was sitting behind. I decided to just leave the animal be, since it was not being aggressive. Also, having it in the room with me made nearly every pony far more respectful towards me. It may be the fear of the Night Stalker and not of me, but it helped to establish authority between me and other escaped convicts. Sneak thief. I gave the thief a smile. That's what I want to find out. Is there anything else you found down here? Don't worry, you can keep most of the things you pocketed. I just want information or anything that might be useful. He breathed a sigh of relief. Ha! You are quite a cool dame, you know that? Save the flattery until the stables are unified, I told him sternly. Alright, my apology, Miss Harp. Hello, Quill! Don't worry, we just started. We are literally just started. This is the starting point. He put out a small bag from his jacket that Cherry had made for him. The thing had a stupid amount of pockets on the inside. Emptying them out, a card and the data sticks fell into the table. Yeah, further back we found a hidden room that had been left open. It had several skeletons with this stuff on them. It gave me that wrong feeling, like when you break into the home of a psychopath, kind of wrong. It also had that lab stuff and lots of cages. Turning over the card, it had a symbol of Ministry of Awesome on it and the code. I didn't know a lot about the ministry, just that the public face and private face were different as night and day. Back home, the organization Ortus had found one of their secret hubs, but they never told anybody of what they found inside. My own family records said that my ancestor Majesty had worked with the Ministry of Awesome several times, researching new tech, but even she never told about anybody what she saw or did with them. She did not even mention she did not even mention it in her journals after the war ended. Do any of Spritzy's followers know about this? I asked. Biffer gave out a quick, confident laugh. Oh, please! Those crackheads were too busy watching out for more besties to keep an eye on me all the time. Anyways, I made sure I was in and out only for a few seconds. It's a rule among professionals like me to never overstay our welcome. Especially when in places you don't belong, added, and he smiled in confirmation. Well, make sure any of this does not reach Spitch's ears. I may not know stray rangers as well as you, but I get the feeling that this is the kind of thing they go to war over. Don't ask the same thing. Trust me, when we Wastelanders find any new tech, the last thing we do is tell anybody about it. There is several old folktales about it where it never ends. Never ends well for the pony with loose lips. When you get the card, I couldn't help but wonder what else was in there. Guns, tech, some lost horror that should never be released. I would need to go down there after Spitz is taken care of. Thanks for your help, and with me. Thanks for your help with this mess. You should go take a break, but please, do keep your ears open and mouth shut for both of our sakes. I told Pierre. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. I know what's coming our way if the bitch takes full control, he said before leaving the Overman's office. Hammer trotted over. Trotted in after Pierre had left the room. The man pulled out a large piece of meat. The Nasdaq then dropped its invisibility. His mouth opens wide as Hambane tossed the meat into it. As the creature chowed down onto the slab of snake meat, I couldn't help being a bit mesmerized by how beautiful this Nasdaq was. As the star somehow got them to accept being washed, the dirty grey coat turned almost pure white with a grey diamond pattern along its back. The snake head was still somewhat dog-shaped, and its scared tail reflected the light around it. Despite all the beauty, the lemur was still clearly dangerous, with its venomous fangs and almost unpredictable personality. Fortunately, as long as we kept them fed, they were as docile as a regular dog, though far more mischievously smart. So, may I ask how the thing got in here? It's been looking for it almost an hour. Abby asked as she looked at the night stalker. It's been? I sighed. Then I opened the door on its own and took over my desk. I mean physically cured. Celestia, fuck me with her horn. Oh god, that's the image I didn't want to see. If the night stalkers were lighted back home, my family would have been all dead. The number ones were enough to force any merchant caravan to risk raider territory to deal with them. Sans got to have the eye of Fluttershy. If she managed to tame these monsters of monsters. I raised his eyebrow. The eyes of Fluttershy? Yeah, Minister of Peace. All legends said that she could tame any beast that just looking them at the eye. Even the zebras have their own legends about her. They tell their foes if they are not good, then her doom buddy will come for them, she explained. Right. My history book says something about Fluttershy having some strange medical abilities involving her eyes. Well, Mr. and legends aside, I don't feel confident in moving this anymore. Until Star comes to help. Now, do you have anything to report? The Celestial sex cursing is a joke from the original story. The people did it all the time. Oh god. I have to be prepared for that. The matter isn't closer. People rely on the night stalker. About the plan, yeah. Things are moving along smoothly. Your insistence of recovering tech has got Spritz laying her influence thin, just to maintain control. You may be able to take the pony out of the Steel Rangers, but you can't take the Steel Ranger out of that mare. She is held up with the maintenance to make sure nobody fucks with all the tech down there. She has been sowing discontent among Spritz's followers. Amazing what some food and fog can give you. Good. And her most loyal followers? Flowers? Flowers? Did you want to say flowers or followers? I mean, we can read it like this as well. I followed up. Hammy rolled her eyes, being not a fan of the subject. Loyal is a bit too strong of a word for them. More shared interest than anything. Most are from gangers that got taken out by the NCR, so they are down with Spritz's point of view. Fortunately, there are no Steel Ranger, so that weird camp the zebras have been cooking up has been keeping the assholes distracted. But if things turned into fight, they would still side with Spritz. No way to change their mind. Followers, yep. Alright, just have a few ponies keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't see anything we don't want them to, I told her. Hi, boss. What do you plan to do with them once Spritz is out of the picture? Ambien asked me. The mare was less loyal and more against Spritz, so I could trust her enough to not stab me in the back. For her, there was only death waiting for her with Spritz. I will have a grave dug for them. They are the first that need to go. A look of shock formed on her face. Miss Hamby, trust me when I say this. The last thing we need is several smaller Spritz running around among us. So long as they are around, the Spritz has the power to keep her control. Without them, she is only one mare, I explained. Yeah, a fucking mountain of rage and self-righteousness. Not to be paranoid, but she looks like the kind of mad that she needs no backup to kill us all. And me started sitting her worry. I nodded. I'm in full agreement. That's why I'm working on innovating the strength of hers. But I have to make sure nobody has her back, otherwise it could fall apart. A long sigh came from Hambane. I get it. And I will stick to the job I was given. Now, I'll go and tell Star that her missing pet is here. Then, you can come down and join us for some great snake sticks. Hambane left. Unfortunately, nobody came in after her. I had been spending most of the day going over logistics and giving out orders. It was all taking longer to do because of ponies constantly coming to ask questions or about random shit. It seems that not only Slaughtered was seeing ghosts down here, some ponies are a bit more on the edge than the rest. Tapping at the overmass terminal, I looked over our supply list, both on the blue and red side of the table. The food situation had not changed, though the red side was burning through a bit faster than we were. As for bullets and guns, there were barely enough ammo left for the NCR guns. I was glad we were able to kill the giant snake without wasting ammo. As for supply of 10mm, we have more than enough for the guns we have, which is not many. At least water will not be a problem. Fortunately, the water purification talisman on both sides were undamaged, and just needed some dusting off to get back in working order. Through the rusting pipes left everything with a metallic taste to it. At least we are not drinking dirty water. Looking over the nice taco, I gave it a little scratch under his chin, and the thing gave me the happiest. Yes, a strange dog, I thought her. Turning my attention to the detesting purple had given me, I decided to give it a quick look. Encrypted data, Madame Harp? Oda told me. The contrast Twitter might look a bit annoyed. Oda, can you trick it? I asked my smarter than it should be virtual intelligent assistant. Wow, I can speak. But that's nothing new. Old Equestrian encryption for the Ministry of Awesome. Finished. Do you mean decryption? Oda told me as text, then filled my paper screen. Old Equestrian tech was still top of the line, even after 200 years. No doubt about it. But Otto's tech had the time to match and surpass it. If only I had more than just the Otto's feedback on me. Lately looking over all the logs, most about their own logistics and a few projects not spoken in any detail. But several logs caught my eye. They were called projects. Project Ghost Nekotet. Snakeoats? Huh. Log 1. The shipment of our bioweapons have arrived, along with the huge shipment of stealth bugs. Our job is to train and expand their numbers for the use of specialized guard dogs. Snakeoat puppies in our car are quite friendly and smart, despite them having a monstrous form. I wonder why using the monsters when a normal dog would be just fine, but due to the isolation of that being in effect, and the question to the main hub, we'll have to wait. Snakeoat, yep. Log 2. The training has gone well, and so far the integration of stealth bugs has started. They take to being more than ponies do. Wait. They take to being invisible more than ponies do. They take what? They take harder or easier? You missed a word here. They take better. Yeah, for me it doesn't make sense with shorthand. I've never heard it like this. And I cannot say that it's not true. Because I have never seen this before. Most likely because they can see heat just like a snake. We even tried using the stairs box around them, and they saw right through the spell. With how sneaky the zebras are, I will see the appeal to using these as guard dogs. It's a known thing. Okay, I have never seen that. That's why I was like, what? Log 3. Testing of the snake routes around the civilians has begun. Using the stairs box, we come from the tunnels and stand near where the civilians pass, all safely behind the fence. Two behavior patterns have been noticed. Snake routes have been extensive training are calm and quiet. They observe their surroundings and generally being a good dog. As for the control group and mostly untrained, they shy away from civilians and will rattle that tear. One temporarily got away, spooking several ponies, but was never seen before we recaptured it. This happened a few more times. We later did it on purpose to observe it in more detail. It seems the natural instinct of the snake coats is to stay out of sight and hunt easy prey. Log 4. That growing process to increase the snake coats' biodiversity has been a success, with a new batch of puppies alive and healthy. A few of out-of-control group has also laid eggs. This is odd because both rattlesnakes and coyotes don't lay eggs. They have decided to keep this oddity, as it allows the female to continue to move about after mating. Log 5. A strange mutation has happened to some of the naturally hatched snake coats. They are able to naturally turn invisible. This too is a feature we will keep if it can reproduce it. We suspect it has something to do with the stars box. Log 6. Turns out the stars box magically lingers in the snake coats and can be passed down to young. Because of this, we are now putting stars box inside the gestation vat to see if we can copy the results artificially. Log 7. We are naming this new breed the ghost snake coats after the project itself. This new snake coat is capable of perpetual invisibility, along with its high intelligence and natural avoidance of crowds. The snake coat is an ultimate stealth protector and the guard dog. The isolation order will be over soon, and I know Rainbow Dash is going to be stoked to see these puppies. No, she will not see them because they are gonna be invisible. Also, I can hear my voice going up and down all the time. I'm sorry about that. That's because of the throat hurting. I can't do anything about that. Log 8. There was not enough time. Damn zebras have attacked and our communication is down. The civilians have taken shelter inside the cave thinking it will protect them. But our sensors have detected fire radiation, moving in and getting stronger. One of our team members have a major in geology and studied how the weather works. No fucking clue why he's in bioresearch then, but he's panicked as all fog. Turns out the natural topography here makes this place a dead zone for wind, so everything blows in, but nothing blows out. This includes the dam where fire fell out. Soon, the land above will be a major hot zone as the irradiated particles gather here to stay. We could try and sneak into the local stable, but something about its construction tells me that it's a bad idea. We at least have enough food and water to last us far longer than the civilians. We just need to find the solution before we starve to death. Log 9. The one good thing about living in a biolab and having life test subjects just next door. We can blast through this research faster than the ministries would ever adequately let any pony. The civilians were doomed from the start, but it didn't make it any less horrible to them. But we have made a breakthrough. We have a serum that allows a pony to fully resist radiation, all thanks to the ghost snake coats. There are some mutations from it, but we don't have the time to work out the kinks. Plus though, if we only had enough time to test out the serum, to see the long-term effects, we waited for the last of the civilians to die. The unfortunate ponies to choose to take themselves out in the end. I think some ran into the tunnels, hoping to find something, anything to keep them alive. With our snake quotas, we ventured outside. The desert itself was glowing from the fallout. A horrifyingly beautiful emerald green. The Geiger counter was off the chart through the whole expedition. After a few days, we noticed that the effects of the serum were causing some of us to mutate further. Not some growth that can be cut off or becoming sick. No, we were changing physically. Some of our fur fell off and scales formed underneath. One of us went mad, barking and hissing at the rest of us, thus forcing us to put him down when he attacked. Wait, are they gonna mutate into ghost snake coyotes as well? I and the other mutating scientists went back to the lab, in hopes to find a way to reverse the mutation. It was the best option really. This gave the others who weren't mutating a better chance to survive. At least we have our snake coyotes to keep company. They are good and weird snake dogs. During the data sick, I sighed. It was one strategy after another here, but at least explained Night Stalker's behavior. It also meant there were more out there, staying out of sight. It's a mystery! My door opened, and the Night Stalker puppy rushed through with Starjetta behind it. Sorry about losing her like that. They are really hard to keep track of, she apologized. Letting the puppy jump into my lap, I gave it a pat on the head, and it happily hissed at me. As it turns out, that's what they were made to do, I said as I held the data chip. Among other things, these Night Stalkers happen to be a secret ministry project to make better guard dogs. They are called ghost snake coyotes and should be trainable. Let's if over the last 200 years has not bred the tameness out of them. Snake coyotes? Star said with a raised eyebrow. I tossed her the data chip. Look up the snake coyotes, it has a bunch of logs about them. She smiled. Snake coyotes sound lame. Ghost Night Stalkers? Now that's a cool name. How about the Snaps? Yeah, I like Ghost Night Stalkers better. Night Stalker on my desk yipped happily. Snaps? It already has a name? I asked. Started it over and began to pet Snaps. Might as well give them names. You can give one of them a name if you want. Anywho, you must be hungry. I know I am. Putting the puppy on the desk, I got out of my seat. Let's agreed. The Mr. Wilson might agree, yep. We are at the halfway point. Good. And I have half of the coffee. Nothing serious happened just yet, so... Give me a second, I'm gonna find something. Okay, we can probably have this one. Sure. Oh, customers! A lot of work had gone into preparing the big snake's corpse. For not just this meal, but making sure it didn't rot on us. Fortunately, the core storage in the stable was mostly working in order. Though, I had to give it a power boost first. So now, we have a lot of fattened snake meat, which will extend how long we can live here, if we need to stay longer than planned. Not just the meat was carefully harvested and stored, but almost every part of its body. Blood, bones, and some of its intestine were being preserved. The wasteland ponies didn't let anything to go to waste, despite how dirty and ill-educated most of them seemed to be. As for our meal, it didn't look like much. A pale imitation of the food I had eaten in Stable 50. It is cooked slab of snake meat served with a side of glowing fungus that had been soaked in snake blood with chili and as gravy. Putting it in my mouth, the flavor clashed, and it was clearly not cooked as well as it could have. Yet my mouth watered, and my taste buds tingled. It must have been the snake meat, or the sauce, but it tastes so good that I couldn't help but enjoy it. Everybody else enjoyed the meal as well. There was a feast before we all had to go back to rationing it out. It's also a celebration of our victory over the monsters of the wasteland. It was furthermore another way to further cut Spritz off from her followers. No, she didn't strike the killing blow, it was Star, and I that brought it into the trap. Oh, though she did strike the killing blow. Star put her own life on the line for it. Everybody here knew it, but Spritz seemed ignorant of the shifting power. Yeah, I forgot that this one has actual lyrics, so let's swap. Sure, we can have this. She lords over every pony, establishing a chain of commands through power and fear. I have been establishing my own power structure to the necessity of skills, just like back home in the Marvey Metro. Being able to turn back one long dead duck is extremely valuable. Yeah, it was mostly musical noise to you, but I changed it because most of the lyric ones have copyright issues. And even if you don't understand, YouTube might. That and my willingness to take the word that requires more thinking. This is in addition to a few well-placed talks with the ponies for influence. I have become a pony they need if they are to survive. Spritz is the pony they need to placate or his death. Oh, it's Emerald, okay.
Everyone, listen up!
Emerald bellowed. That's not his voice, but sure.
Old Yuck tradition to give praise while Yuck has faced. So Yuck wants to thank Pony Friend for the opportunity to smash as free Yuck. In Yuck's son, there is little food, lots of snow. So Yuck must be strong, and Yucks are strong. But Yuck has this hard time understanding pony ways. Cause Yuck problems with the NCR ponies. Yuck wishes to go explore more, then go home, but Yuck was in prison for being Yuck. Thanks to Pony Friend, Yuck is free, and so are all you ponies. We are all now free to go wherever we wish, to leave the NCR to smash on their own problems without us.
Many of the ponies cheered at the little speech. Others simply raised their glass in agreement. Only 3 ponies didn't seem to like the speech. They were Spritz's true followers. 3 of them were here to keep an eye on every pony. 4 more were down below with Spritz, making sure any and all attack was accounted for. 11 ponies celebrated, 8, and some went in for second survivings of snake meat. I finished my meal and snuck away to the zebra's private room. Inside was dirty stable attack plates were stacked up in the corner. The zebras were given first tips on the meal, so they didn't have to stay around the ponies for all that long. They kept their distance from ponies when they could, which was good for us because they had a job to finish. Getting up to the alchemy station they had constructed, Star and Slaughter were already here, waiting for me. Star was still chewing on a slab of snake meat along with the ghost Nine-Stucker pack. Slaughter on the other hoof was giving the zebras a medical scan. And they had learned that he received some training from the wartime zebra crew medic. They were a bit more relaxed around him. How did he look, Slaughter? I asked him.
The zebras? Other than bitter, they are good health. I guess sticking to their own has helped them to avoid disease, unlike the other ponies here,
he answered. Star chuckled as she eyed one of the zebra stallions. That's good to know. Ignoring Star, I took it over to sickly looking bitter. I think we can do it for her. Slaughter nervously scratched the side of his head.
Well, the crime hangover will eventually pass, but whatever she quotes from the ancient god is going to be a lot more difficult.
Is it STD? Or AIDS? Or anything? Right! There was a bit of STD. There is my answer. There was a bit of STD problem among the ponies here. If I remember correctly, there was a way to treat such things back home. But we were in the wasteland, so unfortunately they might have to live with it. Is it deadly? She got that for a cigarette.
Yep.
Shaking his head, Slaughter sighed.
It's a more common ailment that's going around. Nothing too serious, but it's not fun to have, from what I've been told. The followers have a treatment for it, which reduces the symptoms.
It was good to know. Peter had in pain, knowing like she regretted everything in her life right now. Most of all, sleeping with the ancient god. Next to her were several of the guns we still owned, along with the kitchen's worth of knives. But most importantly, there were several vials ready to be filled. It was a bit elaborate, but Spritz was expecting the direct attack, or an attempt to use explosives, but using poison gas, that was something she probably didn't expect us to use. I just realized the irony of this. This whole world was made to guess each other. To begin with. That aside, something was bothering me. Why the weapons? But I attempted to smile, but only managed to grimace. Fuck! Can't I get some Maddox pony? On the side and explained.
You are suffering from chem-induced hangover, and my paperwork found the possibly deadly side effect if you take Maddox, while that crap is still in your system.
Yeah, that's true. Gas would be more effective in tight spaces. Rolling bitter turned to me. What you are asking for is just a byproduct of the real potion. A potion we have created is an old enchantment potion that we paint onto the item. You probably heard about the zebra rifle that I used, the one that sets whoever is hit by fire. That's because the zebra enchanting paint. I gave a concerned look. So finally know such a technique? Peter gave a paint chuckle. Unlike the fake zebras calling themselves the angels, our tribe is true descendants of the zebra empire. Something about covertly supplying anti-Equestria ponies with weapons? A lot of the details have been lost in time. It's what my mother told me, and her mother taught her. I think we never went home of some duty to make sure Equestria never came back for revenge. I face off that information. Are you sure it's smart to tell me this? She shouted. It was all over 200 years ago. Most police, other than some ghouls and the Tinkers, don't give a fuck about the old war. What they do care is the skills we provide. Unfortunately for us, the fucking NCR didn't like that we were providing the ponies. They were not on good terms with, and we attacked the angels. Right. Let's move on. What gentlemen are you planning to make for the weapons? I asked, not wanting to get any more ancient history. This time Peter managed to grin widely as she lifted a knife with a small zebra stripe print on it. I didn't exactly know what it would do at first, so I tested it. Unfortunately, the paint needs more time to seep into the weapon, but the results were quite nasty. Nasty? I repeated questioningly. She put the knife away. Yeah, real nasty. I have to manage to transfer the giant snake venom to the paint, and it magically passes it onto whoever is hit by it. For ponies who don't heal like Star, it means they are hit by the enchantment. It would be as though they just got envenomized. It mainly does two things, of which I observed in the rats I poked. Firstly, it causes the targets to bleed more than they should. The second, the rats become disoriented, a nasty way to die. They are planning on making these weapons heal the target, therefore making the weapons basically pointless. No, healing weapons are not pointless at all. As a mainly support character in every game, I have to say that healing weapons are not useless. They are more useful than actual weapons. I looked at the potion, now knowing how deadly it was. Well, if you cut someone and it heals that cut, and that's all it does, it probably doesn't just heal that cut, it heals more than that. Also, let's just say someone has infected body part. You cut that part out, it heals back up as a normal body part. Isn't that right? I looked at the potion, not knowing how deadly it was, understanding that if things turn bad for us, we will need that power. Alright, that's not nasty. And the gas bombs? Easy to make, not very effective outdoors though. Should have the same effect as the enchantment, she explained. Alright, I'll let you do your work. I just need one to test soon. I told Bitter. I then watched as she made me one gas bomb with the help from Star. She mixed the potion with another liquid, before sealing the vial with very small explosive. It bubbled and shook for a moment before settling down. They attached a switch to it and passed it to me. Long ago though, I did come up with fictional healing staff that hit the target as severely as it should have damaged them. The harder you hit them, the more the target is healed. She pointed at the switch and explained. Took some false story with the microspark battery and attached it to the fuse. Flip the switch and you got a few seconds to throw it. Placing it safely in the small box and then into my saddlebag and lit it back at them. Feeling curious, I stuck around to watch the weapons get painted. Mixed the potion with some paint, it was clear which ones Zebras planned to keep. They painted stripes onto the few NCR combat knives and one of the rifles. The ones were given a less flashy paint job by simply splashing them with grade and yellow paint, including the two 10mm we had. Then Star pulled out the parts from her own pistol. They had been scratched up carefully in a way to look like snake scars. Unlike the other 10mm, her auto pistol was given more care in painting, thus making them look almost like real scars. As the painting was nearly finished, it became clear that she had zebroscopic the colors and pattern of the ghost knife circles. It was now a silverish white gun with a grey diamond pattern along the side. Final Fantasy Tactics. The main character's sister come with the healing stuff. Yep. When it was all done, the weapons were all put inside the container. Next, they put a cup of burning potion infused paper in the container before closing it. Put it aside. If this all goes well, we should have a bunch of venomous weapons to use. I'm calling them snake bite weapons. Star Chocolate. Nickname. What I want to call my gun, the Night Stalker's regard. Symbolism is important to this magic. Victor said as he pulled out the test knife again. We use stripes because they are meant to be zebra weapons and used by zebras, making the magic of an enchantment stick better. Often improvise it from what I was told. Feeling out with my magic, I could feel the somewhat twisted magic of the painted weapons moving about as they attached that enchantment to the steel. Among them, I could feel one stronger than the others, and the magic solidifying far faster than the rest. Yeah, it's probably stars. Yeah, I agree. Magic does tend to stick when it has a purpose. Started over to me with a mischievous grin on her face. So, we can wait for the weapons to dry, or maybe do something else and come back later. I felt the box containing the gas bomb in my bag. Actually, we have plans to put in motion and they need to happen fast. She smiled wide. Then let's get to work. Okay, let's get to work. Sure. Think about it. I think that really is the first magic weapons the heroes got that moves on in this story. Yep, that's true. Is it? I mean, is the shotgun magical if it came from the past? The talisman top made was other items mentioned. Take it earlier. Well, it's not what they got first. She already had it. That's true, but they are not weapons. But can they? I mean, we can count the spin box weapons because they have sets in them. Leaving the others behind and entering the residential section, Star and I were quickly followed by two of Sprit's followers. We expected one, but two was even better. We just needed them to follow us with nobody trailing or watching. Getting to the end of the hallway and into the restrooms, we paused and waited. The door soon opened, and the mayor stallion trotted in, most armed with 10mm SMGs. I recognized them as police that had some influence on the Spritz in the prison. Now, they had even more power. The man was an interrogator. Rumors of her cornering and making ponies sob in fear was abundant. Knowledge can be a weapon if wielded well. Yep, that's true. As for the stallion, he seemed to be a simple enforcer, but Cherry told me he was one of the police who replaced the zebras in the black powder room. So he knew explosives. You must really follow us everywhere, I sarcastically asked the two stalkers. No, that's not. When you plan on running the good thing, then yes we do. Starter rolled her eyes at them. Any chance you could stop kissing Sprit's asshole? You've got some brown on your lip. The stallion just glared at the mayor. Continued to talk. Fuck you, you horse slut. You don't understand what we went through. What the fucking SCR took from us. Here we got a small army, a base, and some guns. I heard that the others were whispering about just staying and fixing a stable to live in. A pipe dream. We need to fight back, and you are in the way of that. I smiled. As one of the pieces of the plan flawlessly came together. Misinformation. My real plan was to leave this place and go to the Desperados. I made sure that anybody didn't need to know. They were taught something different. Staying here and hiding out was a simple and easy to swallow lie. It helped that I was happy with getting some of the stable back online. If the information that Spritzy's followers were sending her was incorrect, then she would not be able to properly respond to me. Case in point, her being down in the maintenance lab up here, keeping an eye on me. We ain't just going to hunker down and become stable ponies. We're going to make the Equestria bleed, the stallion clarified. Yeah, we are going to need you out of the way, you dig? The man returned. Is this orders from Spritz? I asked calmly. The man scowled. Fucking damn right it is, you fucking freaks! I looked at Star, and then back at the two ponies threatening us. So that's it then. Kiss kiss bang bang. We are going to be unstable ponies. Stable pawns. The man growled in frustration. Oh, stop acting like such an egghead cunt. No way you are sweet talking us like the others. They both then pulled out the guns at us, guns out at the same time, raised on their faces. Star whistled loudly, and pulling out the two ponies for the four other Night Stalkers, teeth baring, ready to attack. I didn't know Star was able to command them so easily, but right now, I really didn't care. Our attackers froze, unsure what to do next. With the tables done, I gave them a big smile. How about we forget this ever happened, and I talk about this with Spritz? Oh, it's fair, and she got back at me for what happened at the prison. Don't you think? Most police really lost their nerve, putting their guns away. Fine, you live today, don't watch your bag! Very unstable. He turned to leave, but Alpha Night Stalker blocked their path, growing a hiss. I want you to stay here for a bit and we trot on our first, I told them. The masked crowd followed. Trotting past them, I made sure all four Night Stalkers left before stopping at the door. Taking out the box containing the gas pump, I placed it on the floor. Oh, I got some tech working recently, and what is Spritz's opinion on it? That's unless you want to carry it first. She seems quite content to get first dibs on everything. Filling out with my magic, I sent enough power for the switch to activate without being manually switched. Then I slid it over to them. The man seemed disinterested, but the stallion picked it up. Don't fucking throw that! The man tried to warn him, but he already opened it. With a pop, the stallion had a face full of gas. He hit the close door button. I felt out the magical wiring in the door, which powered the mechanism to make sure it stayed closed. The sound of a pony beating at the door soon followed, angry at first, but soon frantic, then weak. The sound of hooves soon ended. We waited for a few minutes just in case. I had asked for the gas to only linger in the air for a short time, but I didn't want to risk going back in too soon. I think they are dead, Star pointed out calmly. I turned around. They better be. Life with that kind of pain will be the worst thing ever. We waited another minute, impatient. Star took a deep breath and opened the door. She nodded back over me just in case some of the gas was still in there. What we saw was two ponies bleeding from every hole of their body. Red foam seemed from their mouths, and they stretched at their own throats before expiring. Seeing it myself, I now knew why the Zebra-Army weapons from the Great War were so feared. They were terrible and cruel weapons, yet efficient and easily used. Started whistled in amusement. Fuck, that looks like a horrible way to go. Is it safe to get the guns? You sigh, I said. Not sure so keep your muzzle covered and really grab them. We got a few more ponies to kill before we are ready to take on the big fish. I mean, if Spritz is not going out and I have a feeling the Spritz is still just expecting the upper guards to report at least hourly. So they don't have too much time to do this. Like the monster hard to work. Unique item upgraded. Save attack, I have 21A1. The massive pistol has become the last across regard. Fully automatic 10mm pistol now has the venom effect. It does damage over time, along with weakening the target's offensive and defensive ability. It has a spike pattern engraving and paint. It takes subtle warning to those who see it. Did half tactics surprise you, Takeshy, in this chapter? No, not at all. I would have done the same. The really close followers need to have taken out. If you have to deal with Spritz, you have to first loosen his grip. Also, if the others see it, it's gonna be a warning for the other followers that it's not good to stay on that side. It's gonna be strange if they see this. Even if they find them, there's gonna be no evidence to point over to them that they did it. No, they just died of something, radiation or anything. Time to keep reading? Not now. Tomorrow, at the same time, we are gonna continue. Though. I can hear my voice is not the best at the moment, and I plan to have an asynchronous stream later on when my friend wakes up. Also, I need to wash the dishes because there is a lot in the in the sink. Also, yeah, today we were using Castlevania songs. If you have played some, you might actually remember these. What did I think of the chapter? Prediction for further chapters? Well, I am pretty sure that they are gonna go and kill more of the followers, at least the ones that are inside. Checking at the... what is it? The storage room? Or no, it's a maintenance room, right? So they need to go there at one point. Spritz is still there, so that's gonna be probably the last one. There we go. Think you mean the followers of Spritz, not followers of the Apocalypse? No, I don't mean the Apocalypse. The followers of Apocalypse are fine. They are just healers, basically. They cause no threat most of the time if you don't act against them. But yeah, I mean followers of the Spritz. They are not even there to target, yep. I mean, is that not follower of the Apocalypse? I don't think so. But yeah, this chapter was basically setting up a bigger impact later on. I'm pretty sure of that. Seeing that the Ghost Night Stalkers can be used pretty well. They are amazing guard dogs, as presented right here. This created this was his most stable job in Neuropalooza. And now they have some pretty awesome weapons and pretty dangerous. The problem is that the weapons can be used by any pony. So if they lose them, that's gonna be terrible. Because I mean they lost their original weapons. Star needs to get her cosmic sight back. I don't know if the weapons that they took away are at Takeshy in New Appaloosa or at the NCR prison, or they just sold it. I don't know. But they have to get them back. Probably still at New Appaloosa, and Takeshy is keeping an eye on them. But I got some more smoke bombs too. Now this was just a test run right here. But they need to clean up those bodies. To be found out later. But yeah, tomorrow at the same time, I'm gonna come back here and read some more. That's okay with you? And yeah, I'm gonna go do some house chores now because I have to do that. But yeah, thank you for being here and see you next time. Bye bye.